Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday night, which means it is time for some bronze action. And this is going to be a cracking race. We had a cracking race last night as well, didn't we? All 20 drivers finished an epic Grand Prix last night. I absolutely enjoyed it. And I've got a new hero in the form of Woodsy. Fantastic. Let's go talk about silver later on because it's time for the bronze, guys, now. And of course, we're now just going through the drivers and team lineup. Then it's Duncan David, who is the first driver then. Who will be driving the Aston Martin team, and he's making his debut in bronze tonight, of course. He normally he drove a couple of times in Cobalt, didn't he, last season? Not last season, the season before. But this is his first time he's going to be making his debut in bronze. Also, we've got Cody as well. Another driver is making his debut. We've got a lot of debutants on the grid in bronze tonight because there's a lot of drivers that has jumped up from Cobalt into bronze, of course, and that's where we're going to see a lot of new drivers. So I'm looking forward to this then, and it's quite cool to see. Actually, I like it. I like stuff like this. It gets me very much. My blood is very much pumping. Talking of blood pumping, it is Ferrari and it is Dynamo Dan, the Division 6 champion from HDE last season. I don't think he's driving tonight. I've heard a whisper he's not driving tonight, well, maybe I'm wrong on that one. I probably am, to be fair. But Dynamo Dan, championing on his own right, did really well. And we got Ballant, who is not Ballant anymore. He is now, hang on, I think, is he Desla, I think his name is. But one of the most successful drivers in the bronze grid, then he is going to be a man to watch. Remember, a couple of seasons ago in season 4 of bronze, he should and could have got a podium here. That would have been his second podium, but unfortunately crashed just before the finish line. Third in the constructors from 2 seasons ago is the Red Bull team. In the Red Bull team, it is the champion from the first ever bronze championship, and that is Nude Potato. Look at those stats. That is absolutely incredible. Of course, stats does mean a lot to me because I'm a bit of a nerd. 8 career starts with 7 podiums. He has always been on the podium in every race apart from one then. And that was an incredible season, wasn't it? So Brooksy next then. He was a legend in and of his own right in the Cobalt division. Had a couple of technical gremlins though, didn't he? He was very much, if he had any luck, it was bad luck at all, Brooksy, but he is now going to be hopefully a new era here in the bronze category there, because Brooksy was definitely one of the quicker drivers in his Cobalt career. I think he did 2 seasons in Cobalt, didn't he? Next up is the team from Woking, is the McLaren team, McLaren Mercedes, and it is Scooby Stew. I think we spoke about Craig Arbo being in the McLaren. Same with Scooby Stew as well. He's always living in that McLaren, isn't he? Scooby Stew also applied his trade in the division, it's not division 4, in the Cobalt category. He's only ever participated in one race, which was back in the Hungarian Grand Prix for Scooby Stew in bronze, but he has raced a couple of times in Cobalt. I'm just too lazy to get my Cobalt stats up. Tomo Tip Top, I don't think he's racing tonight, and this will be his first full race in ALR, but unfortunately he's not going to be taking part tonight, which is a shame. I do like to see new drivers, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do, but his first race is going to be delayed until Saudi Arabia in a week's time, unfortunately. Up next is the Alpha Tauri team, of course, formerly known as the Toro Rosso, formerly known as the Minardi team. It is Marsky, who is consistently consistent, isn't he? He is a machine, I tell you, a machine. He finished second in the championship in season 3 of bronze with 1 Grand Prix win and 3 podiums as well. He is surely going to be in the mix for the title this season, isn't it? Of course, we got 24 rounds in bronze. This is only the 3rd time bronze is going to have a full season. You Mad Bro is up next, and You Mad Bro, of course, he only took part in 7 races in that season 4 championship with 1 win and 3 podiums as well. I think him and Ayrton had an absolutely epic battle, didn't they, in the Japanese Grand Prix before Ayrton decided to overtake Bernd Mailander, which is a big no-no. The Alpine is up next, then formerly known as the Renault team. Then Alpine, then of course gone from yellow to blue. I prefer the yellow personally, but that's because it's ruined my spreadsheet. Jinner, who was applying his trade more often than not in the Cobalt category. He's only participated in 1 race in bronze, which was back in Singapore in season 3. But he will now be applying his trade in bronze most of the season. Well, hopefully all of his season, I would say, for Jinner. And remember, he really stepped up his game last season in HDE. Up next is William, and maybe the bookie's favourite. Well, he certainly has been around the block, hasn't he? William Hazard in his debut, he got pole position, didn't he, in the gold at Belgian Grand Prix, if I'm not very much mistaken. And so he is surely going to be a man on. It's going to be very much on everyone's mind, I think. That Mercedes is up next, then, and in the Mercedes it is Sickers Muck. Then I had the privilege to commentate on Sickers Muck in Division 7 last season in HD. He's now going to be driving in the bronze this season and making his debut for ALR. So looking forward to seeing what Sickers Muck can do. I've read they had a problem getting into the lobby, but hopefully he should be in the not too distant future. And then Jackson Reynolds, who is making his debut here tonight, and I think I'm looking forward to Jackson Reynolds because I don't know much about this man who could potentially be a wild card in the mix, and looking forward to seeing what Jackson Reynolds can do. It's his full-blown debut here tonight, and I've never seen him race, so looking forward to that one. Haas is up next, and of course the American-based team in the Haas. Then we've got Serious Mushroom, a man who's never missed an ALR race. History was made last night because for the first time ever, Serious Mushroom was not participating in a silver Grand Prix race in ALR. It felt weird with Serious Mushroom not on the grid. This is his 85th start in his whole career of ALR, and he keeps up that record of never ever missing a race. TK, another driver who would probably be thrown in the mix then for potentially going for that championship, I would hazard a guess that. Also making his debut as well. I think TK applied his trade more often than not in the silver category, didn't he? Not too long ago as well. And he's already said his socks are off, Sean, and he is definitely fired up. It's great to see. And thank you very much, TK, as well as he's missed my commentary. Someone has to, don't they? Really? Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have a job, would I? Then again, I think it's mainly because the admins have to scrape the bottom of the barrel sometimes. Hungry Styles is up next. 2 career starts for Hungry Styles, but he was very much a main focal point in the Cobalt Championship a few seasons ago. Yes, it was a few seasons ago. Goodness gracious me. Vintage is up next then, and Vintage, he was absolutely incredible, wasn't he? Vintage was in season 4 of Bronze, wasn't he? Absolutely machine-like. 28 career starts for Vintage, a podium as well, 2 driver of the days, and only 2 DNFs then in his 28 starts. That's incredible, isn't it? He is certainly very much always there or thereabouts since he's been. He always gets that car to the end then. Last and no means least is the Alfa Romeo team, and in it is Collins, who is return after quite a number of seasons out. Of course, he raced in the inaugural season of Bronze when we only had 8 or 9 races. So Collins then is come back to where it all begins again then. So well done indeed then to Collins then, and of course Collins will be driving alongside his mate Echo, who also brought him back to the championship as well. 70 points for Echo in his 11 career starts, and he's had 3 podiums, 1 pole position, and 2 DNFs. And I would say that Echo is also going to be in for that championship as well. And I have a feeling that everyone's leaving the lobby by the looks of things, which is a bit maybe they've had enough of me already. I'm not too sure. But anyway, yes, we've only got 6 drivers in the lobby. Shadows is saying everyone's leaving the lobby. I think they are. I haven't had a notification yet. Hang on, let me get my phone up. And what I haven't done, which is very silly of me, is I've forgotten to take my jumper off, so I'm going to be very much absolutely saturated by the end of this one. Good gosh, that was very silly of me, wasn't it? Oh, I'm already out of breath, and I think it's just the adrenaline, really, isn't it? I'm absolutely looking forward to this. By the way, whilst we're there's going to be some new invites coming out, so I've requested to join. Oh, that's not very good, is it? Anyway, hopefully I'll get in just a jiffy. So yeah, the lobby is just being restarted. But don't worry about that, folks. We will get going in just a jiffy. I've heard that I must admit, I'm commentated on this what are we on? On this game too much, so I'm not sure how the lobbies are and all that kind of stuff. But one thing is for certain is the fact that I don't have to do a dashboard and restart, which is always good, isn't it? Lovely stuff indeed. Right then, well, so I get myself back going, and yeah, so invites are out then. So yeah, we had to have a new lobby. It's the Bahrain International Circuit here in Sakhir, and Pedro Dalla Rosa's got the lap record around here back in 2005. I find that absolutely astounding that no one's actually brought that record since, but goodness gracious me. I think that was the hottest race on record, wasn't it, Bahrain 2005? Could someone correct me? Maybe I'm talking absolute boulder dash, which is, I got to say, not too far from the truth, is it really? Let's be honest, I always speak boulder dash. But I'm sure that was the hottest race on record. Or it certainly was when it certainly was that not too long ago. Thank you very much as well. Thank you very much as well to everyone that's joined the stream. Very much appreciated. Evening to Stars. Then as he's called, hello legend. He must be speaking to someone else, but of course, as hello to Stars, who's a legendary, is a very much a legendary commenter. I absolutely love your comments. Keep them coming in. Well, the main reason why we've come back to be, that's definitely one of my main reasons we've come back. To be honest, is just because of how much I've enjoyed reading your comments out and things like that. It's very much a privilege to read your thoughts, and it's also helping me through this this minefield that we're going to have in this Grand Prix coming up. I do definitely need your help every now and again. Well, almost all the time. Then TK, my socks are off, Sean. I'm fired up. Then indeed, of course, we've had our socks on and off, me and TK, and I think Serious Bush has also had his socks on and off as well over the past couple of weeks. But we're finally ready to go, man. Looking forward to this one, and of course, TK missed my commentary as well, but I really appreciate that, TK, even though I was kept calling you KD towards the end of last season, which was a bit, which wasn't very good, was it? Shocking behaviour on myself. I should be slapped with a wet fish. Shadows, oh, well, I've already read that one, but great to see Shadows also in the lobby as well. I think Shadows is a reserve driver tonight. William, jealous how fast your PlayStation is. My PS4 could never then. Did it almost take off there, did it? Yeah, William, to be fair, William, I've had a lot of those. I've had a lot of those as my old PS4. Anyway, let's go quickly to the joint constructors before we get going with everything else. It is the Alpha Tauri been absolutely relentless in the opening two races here in gold and silver. They are leading the joint constructors by 25 points from their sister team, which is the Red Bull team, in second position. Then Haas are in third, 2 points behind the Red Bull team. Aston Martin are fourth with McLaren in fifth, Williams in sixth position, Alfa Romeo seventh, Ferrari's in eighth, Mercedes in ninth, and Alpine are the only team not to score a point in the opening two races in this division. And the TK, they are off excitedly. Great stuff indeed. Then he means his socks, I hope. We've also got Jinner as well. Let's go, guys. Great to see Jinner also making his bow tonight in bronze. Then yes, so we'll have 20 excited drivers then going down to turn one. But there's let's quickly review what happened last night in silver, shall we? Because that was an absolutely incredible race. I really loved it. Silver was brilliant last night. I enjoyed that. Yes, Woodsy making his full-blown debut last night. He is a new hero of mine, and he would have been driver of the day for me if he wasn't a reserve. Superb stuff indeed. Favre looked pretty epic as well, didn't he? He should have been in driver of the day in the driver of the day vote, but someone who did the driver of the day vote last night forgot to pull him in. I wonder who that was. He's ginger and a bit chubby. We've also but who got driver of the day? I think it was Fangio, wasn't it? Absolutely dominated. Well, did he dominate? I think he definitely had an extra gear in him, didn't he? So I feel that. I do feel that Fangio probably had most of it under control last night, but it would have been interesting. But Nigel and Fangio certainly looked cut above the rest potentially, but it might be track Pacific then. Anything can happen in Grand Prix racing, and it usually does, especially here in ALR. And talking of the man, the myth, the legend, it is at Woodsy. Hi again, we're watching from my work break. Hope to see you next Monday again. Yes, indeed, Woodsy, absolutely fantastic drive last night. I was just mentioning about some of your late maneuvers. It was, I think it was a start of the show last night. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Enjoyed it. Let's score some points for the Alpine then, as William was saying. And of course, yes, Alpine haven't scored any points just yet. Remember, tomorrow night as well, the league racing. Well, no, it doesn't stop actually, does it? Of course, we've done gold and silver. Bronze is tonight, and then tomorrow we go to Brazil for the 100% league, which is of course the event league. And of course, so you'll see some of your favourite drivers, and it's going to be a mixed up grid. Then it's not just so there's going to be all kinds of drivers here, there, and everywhere in tomorrow night. So looking forward to that one. That one should be very tasty indeed. Then I'm going to be looking forward to watching from the gantry. whilst Nosey will take you through the action. Then, as you can see, then there's not much action out on circuit. Having said that, Brooksy car 91 in the Red Bull, along with New Potato. That is a strong team, isn't it, in and of itself? Looking forward to that one, and seeing how the Red Bull team could do it. Saying now coming out of the garage, is someone else already out of the garage? They are indeed. Then, unbeknownst to me, because I was trying to get myself sorted out. I don't know what's happened with my cables tonight, but I'm here, there, and everywhere. Intermediate tires for TK. I'm not sure if he thinks it's going to rain, and that is perfectly going to set me up, as it only rains 12 days a year in Bahrain. That's my useless stat for tonight. I love that stat. I don't know why, I always remember it, but there you go. Camera Racer, hello Sean, good luck. Thank you, good luck Bronze, and Serious for the win with Dab as well. We've also got I'll rewatch the stream when I have crashed. William was saying that. To be honest, William is a lot of drivers and Paddock's favourite and Bookie's favourite to maybe be in challenging for the championship at the very least. Some people reckon that William may be the cream of the crop in this group of talented individuals. Let's find out, shall we? Woodsy saying, thank you, mate. I think Fanjo and Nigel were just too quick, but home for a third if it wasn't for the safety car ruining me. Yeah, that was so unlucky, wasn't it? That safety car came out at the worst time for Woodsy. But yeah, I think that when I was speaking to Ayrton in the party last night, when me and Ayrton, I think me, Ayrton, and Dad, or that Nigel was like in the party just having a chit chat, and yeah, Ayrton said he was very much like Danny Rick from the Red Bull days, wasn't he? Woodsy was, yeah. So big fan of Woodsy. But I absolutely, but credit to all those silver drivers. No retirement at all. And I need to get a stat actually, because how many times have ALR ever had a full grid of no retirement? I got to say, you can count it on one hand, I am sure. Echo comes across the line. Let me quickly go through the qualifying shenanigans, because I'm sure you're all very interested to know what the ruling is. Then we only have full qualifying now, so that's qualifying 1, 2, and 3 for gold. Silver and bronze will be a short qualifying session, so it's just 18 minutes to go as fast as you can. No worries about tyre rules or anything like that. You just go, go, go. And Echo is very much go, go, go. He was, I think, his first league race in a very long time for Echo, but of course, remember, this man was on pole position in one of the most incrediblest qualifying sessions I'll ever called, which was, doesn't it, season 2 of ALR Gold? I think it was. We didn't have gold back then because we only had one league then. But Echo, it was very much Nico Hulkenberg-esque, wasn't it, for Echo in Brazil? If anyone remembers way back then, it was absolutely sensational, that lap. He just timed it supremely well, didn't he? Fantastic. Serious Mushroom, evening to you, Serious Mushroom. Good luck everyone from Stars, and also Cody Bridge, Ginger Rage on top. Then oh, thank you. I'm going to be honest, I was trying to work out what those hours were. Then I had to lean across it. I had to get me old Specsavers out. So here's Echo, who is now coming down the back straight. 3 dry zones around this circuit, and about a quarter of an hour to go. Is it a quarter of an hour? I don't know. So all I know is it's 15 minutes. Love the helmet design as well. I'm already regretting my decision not to take my jumper off, but because I've got these big old headsets on now, I'm going to struggle to take that off unless I can try and wiggle it down through my big old waistline, which is not going to help. Pole position so far for Echo for 29, 2, 3, 5. Red Bull have come a cropper there, and that is Brooksy. Love the helmet, by the way. Fantastic helmet. Of course, the helmet is the most important part of a racing's repertoire. Here comes Marsky. Love that yellow helmet. I'm loving that. Fantastic. And here it goes. Second fast, 2/10 of a second behind Echo at the moment. Then. So yes, we are now in the action, and it is, and bronze is officially started. This is exactly what we wanted, isn't it? Tuesday night is back with a vengeance. Sick as Muck has gone full fast as you mad bro, done a 28.9, and so he has gone quicker by 0.3 of a second so far. We've seen in the past 2 nights, and the track just absolutely ramp up. Then Serious Mushroom's got his pink helmet on. I'll be keeping an eye out for that. I do enjoy your helmets. They're fantastic. Jinner's gone fifth fast, I should say. We've got a couple of nice yellow helmets out there at the moment. I'm loving that. New Potato then, of course, one of the drivers that's one of about 20 drivers that is going for the championship at this stage of proceedings, along with Duncan Dave, who I can still never pronounce his name then, but luckily for me, he finds it quite funny. Otherwise, I think car will probably be on the doorstep. Serious Mushroom retired from the session there, so I ain't going to see his helmet just yet. William has gone fastest out, of course, in the Alpine. Alpine, as we mentioned in the beginning of this broadcast, in the joint constructors, has not scored in the first 2 events so far in gold or silver. William pole position, you mad bro, alongside him on row 1. The top 2, I think, in terms of rankings, I'm not too sure really. It's very difficult to rank any of these drivers. It's incredible, isn't it? But the top 2 in terms of pace, from my take on things, the top 2 in qualifying at this moment in time. TK, who's just about to start his lap there. I'm just taking a look to see who else at the moment. Here comes Vintage, lovely green helmet here from a Vintage in the Williams. Let's see what Williams do. Cody also out on circuit as well. Cody is just starting his lap. We'll keep an eye on Cody. TK also starting his lap as well. And Vintage in the beautiful green helmet accelerates out of the final turn. And what can Vintage do in car 45? Remember, he was consistent last time that he visited the bronze hollow ground, and he is 7th fastest at the moment. That's lovely stuff from Vintage. You could say that's vintage. Cody then on board now with the I love this shot actually. I wish we had more onboard cameras in spectator mode, but I'll also wish we had a lot more graphics as well. I really would like to have the official qualifying graphics in on spectator mode like they do in the actual TV feed, but that's just me being I don't know, facetious. I'm not too sure. No, that's not the word. I don't know what facetious means, to be fair, but I should not be using words I do not know, but that's just me dreaming then. Talking of which, actually, thank you very much to Kieran, who is our newest subscriber. I try and shout out to all our subscribers as much as possible, but then again, I am pretty rubbish with a lot of things, especially my memory. But thank you very much to Kieran. I think that's up to I know we're on a nice round number now, but I didn't see what it was, and I don't want to take the comments off there. So if anyone can help me, that'd be very much appreciated. Here comes Cody F1 then. Cody F1, I think he only participated in 1 or 2 Cobalt races, so let's see how he can do in the Aston Martin. Goes across the line, 9th fastest so far. Both the Aston Martins are currently propping up the timesheets at the moment, but let's see how they go. This is very early days. There's only 7 minutes have gone in this qualifying session so far. Here comes TK across the line, going 7th fastest, and lovely stuff. And hopefully he's got his socks on now, or off, I just say. Scooby Shee on the short back straight as well. William fast at the moment, and only 2 drivers have gone into the 28 so far. That is William and you bad bro. That is row 1 then. Thank you very much, Serious Mushroom. 450. I don't think that's a wrestling move. I think he means our subscriber. Scooby Shee's gone purple in the second intermediate split time. Oh, but that back end is trying to overtake the front for Scooby. Oh goodness me. Scooby Shee then, of course, a Cobalt veteran, wasn't he? We've also got Dynamo Dan, a Division 6 champion from HDE. He's gone bronze. He is indeed that right place, right time. Only 1 champion in this league, and he is on pole at the moment. And Dynamo Dan then throwing William then as the favourite as well. I think he is the bookie's favourite. Oh, and here's another one who's might have been the bookie's favourite. It's Brooksy. However, he has got stuck on the curb and he has spun the Red Bull and he has damaged the front nose cone. He's got 10 minutes to get that car checked out back in. And oh goodness me, Brooksy's having a bit of a difficult time so far. As I think he also had issues on his first lap, didn't he? I'm not too sure, but Brooksy, I love the helmet, by the way. That's fantastic so far. But no wing now for the Red Bull. The Red Bull's wings have certainly been clipped at this stage of proceedings. His teammate is up in 4th position there, but Brooksy, a bit of a difficult start then. On board with Shadows then in the Ferrari, and now he's just building up then to the top of the hill as well. And for Shadows, as of course he is super subbing tonight for Dynamo Dan, who normally be in the Ferrari, wouldn't he? But of course he's had to take some time, miss this race up then. I've got bad suggestion. Brooksy was looking at Serious Mushroom saying that Styles has retired from the session then. So Styles is 16th, that's the highest he's going to be tonight then. And same for Serious Mushroom in qualified anyway. Or shall I say Serious Mushroom 2? Forgive me. Of course, he got his account banned, has he, the naughty mushroom? Kaz has said, hello, good evening to you, Kaz. I think Kaz was, could have been on the, I think he was on the potential reserve replacement, but unfortunately couldn't race tonight, could have Kaz, but we'd love to see our favourite Canadian back in action and in the not too distant future. But great to have you in the stream, Kaz, and everyone else as well. I'm really enjoying your company. Keep your comments coming in. Make sure you're telling me what's going on, because as much as I am a commentator, let's be honest, I'm not very much of a good one. We got Dynamo Dan, high altitude in Jamaica. Goodness gracious me. And Shadows has gone across the line there, but he hasn't, that time hasn't been registered there. Collins has just started his lap as well. What about Jackson? Reynolds. I'm interested to see what Jackson Reynolds could do here, because Jackson is very new to the is very news to me then, so I'm really interested to see what this young man could do then. Brooksy has had issues then, so he's had to retire the car, unfortunately. Hopefully Brooksy has used up all his bad luck for this event then in qualifying now, as Reynolds struggling to keep the car on the circuit there, but and he's invalidated this time. We'll keep an eye to see what we can do. Here comes Billet, who is now known as Deza. I hope I've said that right. Love the helmet design as always there for our Hungarian friend. So high altitude training in Jamaica, that's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? I love that, goodness me. Better you than me though, Dynamo Dan. I don't like heights, don't like altitude, I don't like training, but I do love Jamaica. But I hope you're enjoying it over there for as much as you can be anyway. Vintage, howdy all, good evening to you, Vintage there. He's going to miss 2 races, Dynamo Dan is there. Good evening to you all then. Vintage saying it's good luck as well then. B-Rabbit and Mushroom, please stop writing and set a solid lap. Yes, indeed. Serious Mushroom, unfortunately can't set a solid lap at the moment because I think he's done his... Oh, and there's a spin there for Billet, who is not known Billet anymore. It's Deza, and he has unfortunately spun the car, and that is it, turn 12. I said in... Oh, we've got Reynolds off as well. He has he's come across her, and oh dear, oh dear. And where is he? Just take. Oh goodness gracious me! That is where Emerson crashed in season 2. You mad bros on pole position now by 0.4 of a second. It's all kicking off here, and goodness gracious me, we're just watching Jinner at the moment now. Oh, but yeah, it's all kicking off. And we said in gold on Monday that turn 12 wasn't very much of a spinning zone. However, obviously, I don't know much about Formula 1, do I? Because we've already had a couple of spins as well. Of course, it was turn 3 that was very pesky in a gold on Sunday, but we didn't see much of that in silver, did we, if I'm not very much mistaken? It was, I think that the silver drivers did absolutely fine job last night. On board of Kaz, I tell a lie, Kaz is driving tonight. Shocking behaviour by myself. As you can see, I have not read the parish notices. Actually, I thought I did, to be honest. I thought I was very much up with the driver lineup tonight, so that's shocking in and of itself, isn't it, to be honest? Dynamo Dan is sat on a sunbed, really, 36 degrees out. Now I envy you, Dynamo Dan. I wouldn't have envied you if you was training, goodness me. Yes, I don't like training. I don't like training at all, to be honest. The only thing I like the only training that I like to do is walking back and forwards to the fridge, to be honest. B-Rabbit, no, please do better in the race, haha. Serious Mushroom, I will try that. I think that Serious Mushroom might be a dark horse in this one, because I think that he might, have a bit of a speed in that Haas car, albeit he's not a fan of the old Haas, as he did come out of the draw in the Haas, which I did giggle about. He was not a very happy Mushroom at all after that. Kaz has done an 11 in the second intermediate split time in the McLaren machine. Also, he is super subbing tonight then for, hang on a minute, let me get me old book up, Tip Top, who's not racing tonight, but I'm looking forward to seeing him back in Saudi Arabia in a week's time, which that is the next race of the season. Goodness gracious me, that's going to be harsh, isn't it? Good race last season around there, wasn't it? As the two McLarens are 13th and 14th at the moment. Then Deza is down in 15th, but he's going to put a lock on it now. Collins has gone off the circuit and is trying to get back on there. Remember that these cars are ground effect. These cars are ground effect, so you can get beached quite quickly in here. And goodness me, Deza absolutely flying into the garage. New Potatoes moved himself from the second house. William was dropped down to third. TK's invalidated this time, as has Jinner as well. But Jinner taking a shortcut and going back into the... I love this offset camera here. That's fantastic camera work by the Mr. Director. Duncan Dave, 10th up in the second. Oh, goodness gracious me. That's 8/10 of a second up in the second time. Brilliant stuff indeed. Ginger Rage, will you touch the wheel someday and drive reserve an ALR for once? No, because I think after my shenanigans in bronze 1 year, where I almost took out my championship winning teammate Dylan, I don't think the admins ever want to see me behind the steering wheel again after that. Duncan Dave has found himself back up to 9th, and remember, there's no tyre rules in Formula 1 these days. Well, there is tyre rules, but I mean, if you set a competitive time, you do not have to start on that tyre in the race if you're in the top 10. Shadows is the last one in the top 10 at the moment. So let's take stock with 4 minutes to go in this qualifying session. It is You Mad Bro, who's fastest, and second is Irish Nude Potato. Look at that, that's fantastic, with William in third position. Potentially the fastest three drivers at the top at the moment, maybe. I'd also argue that Brooks, could be up there as well, but goodness gracious me. But we have four drivers in the 28s, and TK, who's also snuck in there as well. Goodness me, that's looking good, isn't it? Jenner in fifth position. He really excelled in that Red Bull last season, didn't he? Jenner did. I thought he was one of the most improved drivers when I was commentating on him in Division 7, I think it was. I think it was, actually. And now going down the short back straight then as well. And we've got Altac saying, let's go Mushroom. What's next week's race? I'm back. Is it Jeddah? Yes, it is. And Bree Rabbit is confirmed. Indeed, it is. And Rabbit saying, sadly, Ginger Age. Indeed, yes. Let's just say, less said about that Brazilian race, the better, isn't it, really? That was pretty bad then. Would be proud to share a track view, B Rabbit saying, you might be proud until I crash into you, boys, a good man. And that's not me being, that's just me being very bad at driving. So I do try and, I'm too honest. The best part about me racing is usually when I'm in the pits and not causing any havoc. Into the pits comes Duncan Dave at the moment. Shatters on a quick lap. Well, he isn't on a quick lap because he's invalidated his time in car 7 as he stolen Roman Grosjean's. And of course, Grosjean quite synonymous around this circuit. This was his last ever Formula 1 start in that horrific incident back in 2020, which oh gosh, Sarah, it's still quite frightening, isn't it? Just how that Haas split in two and it just became a blaze. But goodness me, absolutely incredible, isn't it? And I think that was the day that we kind of stopped arguing about the Halo, didn't we? I think we stopped arguing about the Halo before, really, but I think that was very much the Halo has saved countless lives, hasn't it? Yeah, of course. I was one person who wasn't a fan of the Halo, but of course, I think human lives go above the aesthetics of a Formula 1 car, and yes, indeed. Then, of course, and we're happy to have Roman Grosjean still racing, albeit in IndyCar now, isn't he? But he's still racing, which is good stuff indeed. Then I must admit, I missed the last Indy race, didn't I? So I think there was 3 drivers or 4 drivers going for the championship, wasn't it? I think I'm not too sure. I haven't got the brain capacity. I can only follow one motorsport category at a time, otherwise I'll forget what's going on. We're just watching Shadows at the moment. Of course, we've got 2 more races to go in the actual World of Formula 1 in Brazil this week, and then Abu Dhabi next week. I'm a bit in tears, to be honest. I love my Formula 1, but I'm going to have to go in hibernation now. Having said that, the World Cup is on. It doesn't feel like the World Cup, does it? It's the World Cup in 2 weeks, isn't it? Yes, good. But I'm not sure if England are doing too well. But I'm probably going to be flying the flag for, I think Wales are in it, aren't they? Duncan Davis retired from the session now. We've got 50 seconds to go. I need to stop her harping on. Let's get going. Shatters in 5th position at the moment. Great time there from Shatters. Lovely. Sick as muck then just coming on to the second back straight. 3 DRS zones around this circuit. This is not one in the DRS zones, is it? But Sick as muck there. Is he going to be able to get another time in the board before he finishes? And he's in 9th position, man. Sick as muck is in the car number 15. So that's not too shabby at all then for the Mercedes driver. And he's going to start us up now. What about TK? TK then, who is out of the front turn, and I think that he is have an extra warm-up lap, and now he's going to go for it. What about Dazza then? Dazza's now starting his lap as well. So here we go then, with 15 seconds out. I'm not sure who's on a quick lap and who isn't at the moment, but you Mad Bro's on a quick lap. He's on pole position now, and he has extended his margin ever so slightly then. So you Mad Bro on pole in the AlphaTauri. The AlphaTauri have got some mean machine drivers, haven't they, so far? They're already first in the joint constructors. Checker flag has fallen. Jenner is in 3rd position at the moment, and we have got we've got McLaren down the back straight, but I think Chaz has missed the timing beam, so is Scooby Stew as well. Let's take a look, see what's going on back on track at the moment. Echo Meister is going to be the first driver to come across the line. He's 4,700 second down on his personal best, and for Echo, let's see what he can do in the final stage. He's improved. Goodness gracious me, he's on the limit of that car. Brilliant driving there from Echo. 7 fastest, row 4 at this moment in time. Then what about New Patel then? Of course, he is the champion for the first ever bronze season, then it goes across on his pole position. By huge margin. Cody has been a very bad Aston Martin driver and has been disqualified and is out of qualifying. He is going to be in the back of the grid then. He's going to be in 20th and last, so he's going to be kicking himself where Cody is there, and he's lost a potential 11th position on the grid then. That is going to be costly in this race in coming up in just a jiffy. Sick as muck then. He's gone a bit wide then out of turn 14 and 15 there. Was almost a moment there, wasn't it? Out of the final turn and then Sick as muck there. Unfortunately couldn't improve in has spun the car. What about TK? TK is second fastest there, and oh goodness me, there's a Mercedes parked in the line of fire. Deza is now into 12th position as well. What about the upper AlphaTauri of Marsky? Marsky is doing okay. What Umad Bro's abandoned his time, come back into the pits. Marsky is now out of turn, and he's also abandoned his time as well. They are now starting to fall by the wayside. Jinner did get himself back up in the third position, but I think that is the end of qualifying, and his new potato pole position then for the first race here in Bronze of Season 5. And that is New Potato's second pole position of his career in Bronze as well. Of course, the other pole position he had was back in his first season of Season 1 of Bronze, where he became the champion of Bronze. And so New Potato start absolutely good start indeed then, but look at those times to the top there. My goodness gracious me, the top 5 then all in the 28s then, but it's a 28-4, 28-4 for the top 2, 28-4 for the top 3, I should say. Goodness gracious me, look at those times at the top there. Absolutely redonkulous here. Magnificent. Kaza, good luck drivers and good times, Bronze for camera racer. All right, hold on to your pants, Sean. It's fixing to get wild. Thank goodness gracious me. I don't understand. It was a brutally bad lap on both my good laps. I spun in the same corner. Unbelievable. Then Bullet is having a couple of issues there. Serious Mushroom was saying good luck as well because Bullet, now known as I think it's Deza, isn't it? But unfortunately, Bullet has had a bit of a bumpy start then to his Bronze campaign here tonight. Then, but his New Potato pole position then for the second time in his career. This is first. Well, of course, it's the first race of the season then. So New Potato pole position TK alongside him on row 1. This is going to get juicy, as he said in the comments. Looking forward to this one. You Mad Bro in third position there with William in fourth, and the second Alpino Jinner in fifth position. Alpine have not scored in the first 2 races so far. They need to get themselves back in the joint constructors. Marsky in 6th position, Echo 7, Shadow Tape, 6th month knife, and Dynamo and Duncan Dave in a 10th position there. As you can see that Kaza a couple of seconds off the pace there as well as Scooby Stew also down in 13th position as well. Cody F1 is going to be kicking himself there as that issue then, and then of course getting disqualified. I'm not sure what happened there, but unfortunately Cody just couldn't get the car out of that gravel, and he's been disqualified for parking in a dangerous location. Not sure if that's bona fide or not, to be honest, because I'm not sure if it's bona fide or not then, but hope, well, whatever the case may be, Cody's now starting at the back of the grid. Feeling an Irish win then from Phelan, who will be also hopefully feeling fast tomorrow as well, as he'll be taking part in the 100% distance race, which better you than me, guys. Goodness me, I struggle to concentrate for 25%. Goodness gracious me. I've just dropped me cocoa. That's not good. I'll have to wait. Bullet there is Bullet saying Bullet could stay. It sounds better than Deza. Maybe I'm just saying it wrong, my good man. But which is nothing unusual, is it? To be honest, I do butcher everyone's names, but that's kind of why I'm here, I suppose, isn't it? Really? Right, it's 5 to 8 UK time. It is about time to get going here in Bahrain under the lights, then, and we are going to be going for the formation lap, which is a good opportunity for us to take a look at the tyre selection as well. I'm going to do a nose there. I'm going to go from the back for front because I like that, and let's go with it, shall we? I don't know why, I've really got myself all kerfuffled with my cables tonight. Right then, anyway, so we've got most of the field is on the on the medium compound tyre, I said. Whilst other drivers on the hard tyres. I'm wondering if they're on the medium because they're thinking about maybe a safety car around mid-stages in this Grand Prix. Cody is at the back of the grid there, but I'm going to look at the hard runners so far. Brooksy on the hard tyres, Collins on the hard tyre, Kaz and Scooby Stew. Both McLarens going on the hard tyres as well. Sick as Milk hard tyres, Marsky hard for Jinner and for New Potato. Remember, New Potato didn't get very far last time he raced in Bahrain from when I was commentating on the race. Anyway, I'm sure he was I think he was in the Williams, wasn't he? Him and Welsh Maranado was one of the teams that we was expecting to do really well in. I think it was in the silver division, wasn't it? Unfortunately, both of them had a nightmare race here. Maranado spun just here, and New Potato unfortunately had a track. I'm not sure if it was a failure on his car, but he spun and was out of the race before he even got past the finish line. Right, but of course New Potato will not be like me saying that, so hopefully he's not watching the stream. Right, we got Cody, who is 20th on the grid. Jackson Reynolds is 19th, and Brooksy is in 18th position. Styles in 17th position. Love the helmet. 16th position is Jairus Busher, and of course he didn't fail me. Beautiful helmet indeed. 15th position is Collins. 14th position is Kaz. 13th position is Scooby Stew, like the helmet as well. 12th position is Billet, who has gone a bit wide there. Vintage in 11th position there. Remember, the Vintage is very much a shrewd operator, isn't he, in Nat Williams? He is going to be a man to watch later on in this race. I have no doubt about it, especially when there's a curveball in strategy. Duncan Dave in 10th position there. Shame about the default helmet, Duncan Dave. I hang my head in disappointment. Sickers Monk, great qualifying in 9th position there. Shatters a super sub for the Dynamo Dan in 8th position. 7th position, Echo, his first league race in over a year. Good stuff. Marsky in 6th position there. Never can count him out on the hard tires. Jenner, great performance in 5th position there. William in 4th then, with you Mad Bro in 3rd. 2nd position is TK. Pole position is Nude Potato. There are our 20 gladiators. They're lined up on the grid now as they are now preparing themselves for the start of the season here in season 5, round 1 then. And of course, we've only ever had 3 full seasons in bronze then, and usually we have short, sharp seasons in bronze, but this is going to be an endurance one. New Potato won the first ever world championship in bronze in that 9-race season, but this is going to be a 24-season race now. Kaz has been disqualified. He has not parked very well, nor is that William Seaver, who's reversed on the grid. Of course, that's one of the new features of the game then, but unfortunately, we've had a couple of drivers then who's had a couple of issues and lined themselves then, and the red lights are beginning to come on one at a time, and when they go out, we'll be racing in Bahrain. I've got a rubbish camera and we are not go yet, then the lights have gone. And it is yellow flag, but now it's go, and it's a good start for New Potato. I think he's had a bit of wheel spin, but he somehow kept it in the straight and narrow as we go down into turn 1. And I've had rubbish camera angles again. Then who is on the inside? No one is. Got big New Potato is gone then, as there's a 5-second penalty for Cody as him and they've crashed, I think, before they got to turn 1. And this has got all kinds of anarchy there in the midfield, I think, anyway, as I can't see because I've had a rubbish as drive-through penalty for Northern yellow flag. Said Jackson's up. Oh my goodness me, he is up 13, 14 positions as Jackson Reynolds is. I'm not sure if that's a bona fide though. He has flown through the field, but goodness me, and he is flying, but I'm not sure if I think that he's been ignoring some yellow flags, hasn't he? But now we're green again here. New Potato leads. 2nd is TK. I thought he had a poor start, New Potato, but obviously he didn't then, because he felt to be like he was in out on his own, to be honest. We got Reynolds in a great drive in 5th position, 6th position more than Brooksy, who's just fighting his way through the field, or trying to at the moment. But we've got Bowles, and it's the TK has taken the lead. Then as I've missed it, then it's also given the back, and TK leads the race, and that is on the medium compound tires, of course. So using the medium tires to his absolute advantage here. And now New Potato, who I thought he was going to struggle off the start line, he did anything but, and now he is flying. And Collins is in trouble. Collins has spun it, turned 11, I think it is. And look at this, and this is the battle for the lead already. Then that one is almost complete. Then look at the gap. Then it is at 3/10 of a second already. Then, but it's New Potatoes under the cosh here, and now New Man Bro is now back up into in the 2nd position. And now we've got William Wilson all over the back of him as well. Reynolds is in the pits. Then after that incredible start, we're not sure how he's got up so far, and we're going to have a look at that later on. Then maybe as Reynolds is in the pits already, and I wonder if he might have jumped the start, to be honest. Thinking about it, and look at that. Then the old switcheroo from William. Then of course he's the bookies' favourites in this championship, and he's now in the 3rd position there, but it's still TK who leads that. New Potato having a look on the outside. No dice on the boat there. Junior about 2 seconds back already in this one, as goodness me, they've taken off quite quickly at this one, hasn't it? Goodness gracious me. Apparently there's a VSC after the start, and that would have made sense, to be honest. I didn't see it on the graphic. I seen full course caution there, but I thought it was the usual stuff of where they just throw caution out everywhere, but that might have been the reason why Reynolds was so quick. It just flew past everyone. So thank you very much, Tango. I'm glad you're paying attention, because I'm certainly not that way. We got Vintage up into a 10th position at the moment. Then the top 3 are the top 4 are quite quick at this stage of proceedings. I'll say quite quick. That's quite a matter of an opinion there. Collins Collins, so it looks like his transponder's a bit on the blink there. He's not 2 minutes behind Reynolds. He is in a 20th position moment. He's only a couple of seconds back at the moment. Collins is this is also Collins' first race in quite a number of races as well. But look at the top four already, a second and a half in front of Jinner. Echoes all over the back in 6th position there. Marski, who's 3 seconds back from Echo as well. Then we've got a bit of a field split already in this one, as we're now coming up to complete a lap 3 then. And Umabro, who has not got DRS yet, but he will have DRS in on this lap. Then Echo's also set the fast lap as well, as Echo's also starting to get himself into position, and he has lost it, but he has got a bite. He's about 2 seconds back from the top four. Echo could potentially be a oh, and who's that? That's Umabro. He's off, and he has made a mistake here. And of course, he's absolutely demolished the Pirelli board and has dropped down the order. Shatters also had an issue as well. There is a yellow flag out somewhere else there. I wonder if it's actually for Umabro. Luckily, he hasn't damaged the car, but he has lost an abundance amount of time. And this 4-way scrap is now turned into a 2-way scrap then, TK, along with William as well. Then let's take a look at those tyres, shall we? Of course, this is very much a tyre formula these days, isn't it? There's no refueling in Formula 1. Last time we had refueling was back in 2009, which is when Jenson Button won his one and only crown. And of course, that's when Braun had that super Leicester City-like season as well. Albeit, you should say Leicester probably had a bronze season, didn't they, really? Because, of course, Braun did it first. Duncan Dave has dropped down 2 positions there. His Shadow's too far back. He is at the moment. So I think Shadow's going to have to just stay put for the minute. Equals, good evening to you, my good sir. As he's said, good luck to all bronze drivers out there then, because we've still got 20 cars left in this field at this moment, and I'm already perspirating from ear to ear. Good gosh. Echo, who's still 6 times a second back in the moment, but he is in DRS. Here comes Umabro as well. So Jinner and our new potato both on the hard tires, so they do not want a safety car at this moment in time. Oh goodness me, it's Reynolds who's off the circuit and hit the perilous turn for a 12 but he has got himself going again. Echoes past Jinner up the inside track position. Go, goodness gracious me, there's all shenanigans at the back of the field. It's Cody who he got I'm not sure if he got a pounce off the start or not, but I think him and Brooksy came the blows potentially then, but goodness gracious me, but Cody's in the pits then, and he is dropping down the order as well then. So Cody unfortunately at the back of the field at this moment in time. Marski is where is he? I thought he was alongside Sickersmuck then. We've also got Billet who's got past Vintage, but Vintage is going to do the old swap-a-room, not quite. But Billet now back up into a very nice 9th position as well. Reynolds is back past Kaza, flying past Kaza, moving himself up into 8th position then. Good stuff. And it's back at the front, and the gap is 1.2 seconds at the moment. It's Umabro all over the back of Jinner. Umabro is on the quicker tyre at this moment. He's on the medium compact tyre. Goodness me, almost into the back of Jinner. And he had to take evasive action very quickly there. Goodness me, would have gone to the back there. Very much similar to Alonso and Stroll, but not as high speed as back in the United States Grand Prix. But luckily, both drivers survived the experience. Marski then all over the back of Sickersmuck. We got problems. Billets off the turn 11 is having issues now as well. These cars, of course, ground effects, and they are new cars, new machines for this season for ALR, and they are causing some issues. We've seen it in bronze. We didn't see it too much in silver last night, though, but we have seen a lot of it here tonight in bronze. Well, gold and bronze, I should say. It's yellow flag again, and then it's a Ferrari, it's a Billet, and tyres is 2 up. That's also Reynolds off the circle as well. Good heavens, action up and down the field at the moment. Goodness gracious me. I'm very much earning my chocolate bar tonight. Hopefully it's a Milky Way. Marski, who still can't get past Sickersmuck at the moment, can he? Sickersmuck driving superbly well, doing a very good job in that Mercedes. And there is the Gallo car just in front of us. Sickersmuck there is going to be more concerned about what's going on behind it. But goodness me, there's a bit of weaving going on there. That was 2 directions of change there, but we'll see what the stewards make of that one there. Of course, no one likes a telltale, so oh my goodness me, Williams off the circuit. Oh, good heavens, sir, he's come back on. He hasn't damaged the car, I don't think, but that is definitely opened the door up now to TK. He has now got a 3-second advantage in this Grand Prix. I say, my word then is we've had mistakes from Umabro and Williams so far. My goodness gracious me, of course, Formula 1 race will not run on paper, and that's definitely very much what's happening at the moment, isn't there? Kaz has just dropped down to 80th position there, because Reynolds is back up into 17th position, and an almighty scrap, not just at the front of the field, but at the back of the field as well. We absolutely love it, don't we? We got back from Duncan Dave in 9th position there, Vintage 10th, and Shatters in 11th position on board the Ferrari. as I'm trying to take a bit of a breather, because goodness gracious me. Whew. What an incredible start here in bronze running on that 5. I'm absolutely shattered. I'm going to have lay down in a minute. Oh, my word. Right, TK's got a 3-second gap, but remember, he is on the medium tyres and lap 6 of this race. Of course, no inside on the soft tyre. Remember, we did have an Echo has just dropped back behind you, Mad Bro. You, Mad Bro, giving him just about a car's whip then, an Alfa Romeo car's whip then, and he is dropped down into 4th position there. Can he come back out and then, because DRS is now activated in the second back straight, and look at this, Echo's having a look, he's having a sniff at the inside, and that's so invited then, and he has done it, and it is, oh goodness me, there's contact there. You, Mad Bro's had to go off the circuit and come back on, and Echo there not letting him go on the outside there. Is he, that Echo is at there, and very much that's a seasoned veteran manoeuvre there, but I think you, Mad Bro, would have liked a bit more space there. Did he deserve a bit more safe space? Potentially. However, we carry on at this moment then. TK is going found another 10th per second in the first split time. Incredible stuff indeed there. And the battling at the back is just as fraught as the battling at the front then, because Reynolds has got past Collins and moved himself up to 70th position there, as Reynolds and Collins has had a very much fraught battle here. Williams has got past Jenner. I wonder if that was team tactics there. Echo is dropped back behind you, Mad Bro, as well. That was a great manoeuvre there. We only seen the end of it. We don't see much overtaken then into turn 12 here, but that is absolutely spectacular overtaken, and that's what we love to see. But look at this, so because of that overtaken manoeuvre, look at what's happened to Echo now. He is now on his back foot, and William is all over the back of him. Yellow flag, Serious Mushroom has had some issues there. Oh no, he's off the circuit, and I think it's just before turn 12. It is turn 12. And who is that? Kaz is very much, where is he? Oh, is that? We've also got Echo's got past as well. This is incredible stuff. Echo's up into 3rd position again. But now look at this, they're all condensing down there. And New Potato is going to be grinning from ear to ear, I think, now, because look at this, there's New Potato in the 3rd position, 2nd position, and look at all these cars. Thank goodness gracious me, it's a party here. Oh my word then, William on the outside then, you, Mad Bro, is going to stick it to the racing line then. William going to go up and under, but he hasn't got the purchase, he hasn't got the traction, so you, Mad Bro, is kept in an arm's length for now, and he'll be quite happy with that then. Duncan Davis lost out to Vintage as well, there's overtaken up and down the field then as we're watching this incredible battle for 4th, 5th and 3rd, which doesn't go very well in order, but never mind, we got the information somehow, as Billet is back up in 13th position then, as he gets past Kaz going up the hill into turn number 3. No, they're just coming out of turn number 3, I should say that. Wow, an incredible start so far here then. Cody currently on the back foot, and of course he had to have an early pit stop, unfortunately, for Cody, but he will be a factor later on then if there's a safety car that comes out. On board Marsky at the moment there, who's on the hard tires, and taking a look at the hard tire strategy, hard tire strategist at the moment then, which is Marsky's Sick as Muck and Jinner, doing a very good job at the moment, and of course New Potato, the lead hard runner at the moment, also in 2nd position there. So they're all looking very strong at the moment, aren't they? That is going to be an advantage towards them as well, because they will have to put the medium tire on surely at the end of the race, which means that they will have a pace advantage, and here they go again. You, Mad Bro's got back past it's got back past Echo then, of course, your Mad Bro, the first ever Cobalt World Champion, who is back into 3rd position as well. I failed to say that on the build up here, which is shocking me ever. Jinner's dropped back. I think he's made a mistake somewhere. Jinner has, maybe just doesn't want to be a part of this party just yet then. Well, yeah, oh my goodness me, Echo at the inside, and you, Mad Bro there, of course, slamming the door shut on the toes of the Alfa Romeo car. Of course, his teammate down in 17th position, Moan Collins is, but Echo's off there. Did he get a touch there between himself and William? I think he made it. That felt a bit unnatural to me. But William is also dropping back as well. I think that William is, I'm not sure if William's got damage or not then, but Echo is, I'm not sure if he got hit or if he lost it on his own there. And Duncan Dave, and Duncan Davis spun the car as well. Brooksy's now just on the fringe of the points in 10th position. Oh no, he is in the 11th at the moment. William is dropping back. Is there a problem then, or is William then? Well, if he might be being very sportsmanlike here, but I don't know if he touched Echo or not there. But he is crawling at the moment, William is. But I'm not sure if he's got technical problems or damage or whatnot. But I think that the two drivers must have come to blows here, and that is That is disappointing, isn't it? But the top three now consists of TK, Umabro, and New Potato. 3 second penalty for Cody, who is down, unfortunately having some major problems here. We got yellow flags for Cody as well. Just watching Brooksy, who is now and William now letting Echo pass there, and Brooksy pass. I'm wondering if William now is just being very sportsmanlike here. That's very impressive there from William, I must say. I would not see other drivers do that. I think he's just let Echo back through as to penalise his own race there. So that's very good stuff indeed there for William there. Absolutely love that. That's really good stuff indeed. Then highlight that. But that's unfortunately cost both drivers though. In a nutshell, that's absolutely that's probably ruined their races so far. We'll have a look to see what's going on with Sick as Muck and Marsky. But once again, those two drivers are battling out. William having a look on the inside of Brooksy. Yellow flag then is Cody having issues at the back of the field. Now we got Brooksy, who's dropped back down to 11th position as William is now up into 10th position. But Brooksy is on the hard compound tyre here. So they will be coming back to him in just a jiffy. I think that the hard tyres will now start to be the more preferred tyre here, wouldn't they? Let's see how it does between himself and TK. Serious Mushroom has got past Scooby Stew because Scooby Stew is recovering after having an issue at the back there. And Cody is off the circuit at the final turn now, and yellow flags is floating around there because we've got a couple of yellow flag zones out there at the moment in between 7 and 8 then. And Cody is really struggling, and he is touring into the pit lane. Cody is there, and that is a bit of a nightmare for Cody. He's going to be a lap down as well with TK up into no, TK's leading at the moment, but the gap is still 3 seconds then. Just watching Marsky and Sick as Muck has been having an almighty scrap here, haven't they, for this incredible battle for the lead here. No, not for the lead, for 5th position. I'm getting ahead of myself. And he's got DRS now. We got a couple of other drivers behind him with DRS as well. Talking up, it's New Potato, who's what's happened there? New Potato, I think that there must have been a desync somewhere. As we've got yellow flags. Kaz is out of the race, so that's our first retirement here. And that may be a safety car. That's on the exit of turn 11. And let's see that. Is that a safety car? I can't see a safety car coming on. What be a BSC here tonight rather than a safety car, which may help some drivers. Is anyone going to come in the pits? And how long is this BSC going to last for? Of course, said you save an abundance amount of time when you come in the pits under VSC. And we got a Ferrari in there, Billets in the pits said already. Then as he is now going to go into the hard tyre then and go to the end of the race then. And there he is, and car 28 in the Ferrari. And as he is out now, he's very happy with his car selection there, and he is using that to absolute perfection there. I'm wondering then, is any of the medium runners going to come in line, likes TK or Umabro? Of course, we've got Vintage Shatters, Echo, and William. And now we're back racing. I think that, of course, it wasn't going to help anyone at that stage, was it? Unfortunately, well, it might have done, but unfortunately, it wouldn't have helped them at that stage, though, because of course, they wouldn't near the pit lane. And William having a look at Echo, then of course, these two now 9th and 10th. They were at the top. They were at the sharp end of the field. They're not anymore. Then unfortunately, they did have a issue earlier on. Then Kaz has left the session. Then we have got an issue with one of the Aston Martins of Cody, who's also having an issue as well. They're really struggling to keep these cars on the straight and narrow. Then yellow flags then who are getting them for Cody, unfortunately. Looking at this battle here, it's a close battle on track then, but like I said, they're all so close at the moment. Marsky once again is going to be quick. Is he going to run out of straight line going into turn 1 then potentially? Cody out of the Grand Prix. Vintage is now on the outside of Shatters here as they're battling, going wheel to wheel down into turn 1, and Cody has left possession. And it's a bit of difficult race then for Cody. And now we've got Echo and William then also fighting as well, and they've already come to blows earlier on this race. And then look at this, and it's like going wheel to wheel coming up the hill. And I think it's Echo with DRS. I think it was William actually with DRS, but somehow Echo has still stayed in position there, and William is now still in 10th position then. Oh, goodness gracious me. Right then, I love this shot then, because it's a bit of a slalom, isn't it, as they go down into turn 8 as well. And look at all the tyre tracks on the circle already. Just shows how violent these Formula 1 machines are, isn't it, under the lights here in Bahrain. Lap 11 out of 29 then. Of course, tomorrow night we've got the 100% league, 100% distance league then in Brazil. Then, of course, we're going to try and follow the official Formula 1 calendar as much as possible. However, of course, there's only 2 races left. So it'll be Brazil and then Abu Dhabi. And then, of course, it might be a bit randomised, isn't it? But yeah, that might be very interesting then. So keep an eye on that. Nose is going to be taking you through the action as well. And then we head to Saudi Arabia in a week's time for round 2 of the World Championship. There's only one season in Formula 1 22 for ALR this season. Into the pits comes TK, the Grand Prix leader. And what tires is going to go on? Well, of course, I think it's going to be a one-stopper, isn't it, really? Unless there's a safety car. And it is a one-stopper, but it looks for TK then, because he's used 2 types of compound tire. And that's very early, isn't he? He's coming to pits out. But I think he probably is worried about the undercut around here. So he wants to defend himself. However, this is not a good sign at all then, because look, he is in the heart of the traffic. But here's Howard Brooksy. And Brooksy and TK, did he make contact? I'm not sure. But that is not what TK wanted, because now he is in the heart of the traffic, as we mentioned. And this is not good at all for TK. He's going to have to do some overtaking. And New Potato's going to be grinning from ear to ear. And Umabro is going to be grinning from ear to ear as well when they see on the track map that their Haas competitor in the TK is going to be stuck in the traffic here. Then we'll find out. Then it's goodness me, there's so much actually going on there. Sick as muck now into a superb 4th position. We've also got some great battle between William and Echo, who seems to be glued together at the moment. And that is Duncan Dave, who has spun the car and he's dropping down the order. Unfortunately, after a decent qualifying, he's now down in 15th position there as he recovers just in front of Scooby Stew. On board with Marsky. Marsky, who is still very much like William and Echo, and there's very much very much in touch with each other at the moment. TK's 2 seconds back from Brooks. I'm wondering if he did make contact with the Red Bull driver, because he is really stuck. He's really struggled to fire those hard tires up there. But remember, we are in the evening here in Bahrain, so of course we've not got the hot midday desert, the hot midday sun. They're very much pounding on the circuit. And look at Sick as Muck as he's trying to break the slipstream here. Into the pits comes Vintage then, who's also trying to use the power of the undercut then. And we got Echo and William also in the pits as well. And so we've just got Morsky having a look on the inside, outside there, shaking all about then, as Sick as Muck still defending his hard cannon. Here comes Shatters, who's now on the scene as well. He's been very progressively coming up behind his 2. And look at this, Sick as Muck defending again. Then Morsky on the outside into turn 4. But he's going to go up and under. Once again, Sick as Muck absolutely just parking himself in the exit zone there, and that is not how Marsky at all has it there. Very much dulling Marsky's momentum there, and that has unfortunately stopped Marsky stopping Marsky then from trying to proceed as well. As goodness gracious me then is oh dear, have a good time, find your love. Thank you very much, but I'm already having a good time and I've already found my love. Whoever that user is, but thank you very much for asking about my being concerned about my life. But yes, I've already found my love, and I am having a good time. So please go away. Right, then we've got, in the nicest way possible. Right, then we've got New Potato, who's currently fastest. He's currently leading the race, and by 2 seconds from Umabro in second. Jinner is now 5 seconds back then from the top 2 in 3rd position then, but he is on the harder tire and Umabro in the pits. And let's see where he's going to come out in relation to TK here, because TK is having a appalling outlap here, hasn't he? This has not gone at all well for the former race leader. It is really hasn't it. Umabro is, well, he's gone already. There he is, and into the pits is Shatters in the background. Where is he going to be? Where's TK? TK is coming out now. There he is, but wow, look at this. We're on board, TK. There's Umabro. And yes, it's actually usually than what I thought it'd be. Actually, I'm surprised by that. I thought it'd be a bit close than that. Yes, but Umabro does have 2 laps younger tyres. Reynolds now up into 9th position, and a good recovery drive after having to serve that drive-through penalty for overtaking everyone in that BSC, which is as Marsky has finally done it. That he has got past Sickersburg. He's going up the inside again then, but Marsky is going, and look at that then, goodness me, Sickersburg there throwing it all against the line, but Marsky is back up the inside, taking Sickersburg, and goodness me, this is a great old battle then, but Sickersburg's been forced on the curb then. He's not going to get any grip there, but he's, oh goodness me, giving Marsky a shove out of turn 10 there, and that is all done and dusted then, I think, or is it? No, because here he comes, Sickersburg is coming back at him then, and he's going to lunge up the inside here, and Marsky is giving him just about a car's width there. Sickersburg throwed it all against the wall there. Goodness me, like pasta thrown against the wall, seeing him sticks. It certainly did stick there, but my word then, that was getting very juicy. Only 2 drivers on the medium tyres, and that's Reynolds and Duncan Dave. Duncan Dave has had a lot of spins, hasn't he? So I think that those tyres maybe past our sell-by date, and we're half distance here in this Bahrain Grand Prix. 2 VSCs so far, no full safety cars yet. Coming across the line, a new potato still leading by 7.5 seconds. Here comes Marsky, he's coming back at him as Sickers Muck is very much doing a lot of harvesting here. I think he must have used a lot of the ERS deployment, and up the inside, Marsky goes, takes the position on the podium, and good stuff indeed there. These two will be on the softer tyres. Later on then TK has finally got past Brooksy, or has he that? No, because Brooksy's not having any of it there. And very much, and where is he? Brooksy on the outside then, and it goes on the curve there. He's going to lose a bit of purchase there. And yes, so TK has finally got past, but Brooksy's having a look there as he has had a nightmare qualifying, and just about there's that contact there. I think there might have been the slightest bit of contact then, is that they was going very hair and scare into turn number 4, and Brooksy has lost out Marsky. Oh, there's contact then, and I'm wondering, and we felt that might have been the case, that is, they was getting very close and precarious of each other, and goodness gracious me, as he's now got Sickers Muck dropping down the order. This is TK would like to get past these drivers as quickly as possible here. New Potato, of course, then will be a New Potato, of course, will not be out in front of these guys, but he will have quicker tyres towards the end of this race. So it's going to be very much edge of your seat stuff. Tango, haha, we got bots. Yes, we have got bots indeed then. They was asking if I wanted a good time then, which is very nice of them, isn't it? Oh, it's TK almost into the rear of Marsky then. Goodness me, that wouldn't have been a good time, would it? But TK now all over the back then of Marsky. I think TK, I don't think the traffic has fallen kindly on the former race leader, but my goodness me, he's doing an absolutely superlative job, isn't he? TK is again through this traffic, doing a lovely job indeed. That's fantastic stuff. As New Potato's now got an 8-second gap then, as Jinner actually reeled him in ever so slightly there. Marsky is now through there. I don't think there's any damage between Marsky and Sickers Muck, but these two have been fighting quite aggressively. Incredible stuff indeed there. As oh dear, Farf is cracked the whip in the old chat, in the old comment section. Good heavens, sir. As we're just watching Sickers Muck in 5th position. Marsky and Sickers Muck then have had an almighty scrap, haven't they? Goodness me, it's like 2 heavyweight boxers going head to head then, and no one wants to yield, do they? They've gone past the jabs now. It is very much going for knockout blows in this stage of the Grand Prix. 16 out of 29 here in a bronze end. Oof. I'm regretting not taking this jumper off now. Goodness me. He's going on the curb there. That's not going to help the turn in the turn circle of the Mercedes. And now the other AlphaTauri of Umapro is going to steal that position. And he is now in the 5th position. Let me give her that graphic there. And yes, indeed. So Umapro now in the 5th position. Where is he? He is about half a second. Almost is now half a second, 0.8 of a second behind his rival in this Grand Prix, TK. Anyone could win this Grand Prix at the moment. It's very much head to head. I know we're absolutely loving it. The gap is 16 seconds between TK and Jinner. It's about 25 seconds between between TK and New Potato then. Oh, that is very close to a full pit stop, isn't it? And New Potato is doing a great job out there. New Mabro now up into 4th position there. Great teamwork there from Marsky and AlphaTauri are leading the joint construction. They've had a superb start to the championship here in ALR, haven't they? And I think that they are very much going to strengthen that hold as well. Red Bull is second at the moment there, but New Potato leading the way then, but Brooksy down in 7th position, but he does have to stop. Brooksy does. He had a nightmare qualifying. He is trying to get himself recovered in this race, and he's made his way back up to 7th position quite nicely indeed. Then Umapro having a look at this. He's all over the back now of his rival for this Grand Prix, TK. As William has got past his finish. I thought he was going to say his teammate there. They're 2 similar blues, aren't they? But Umapro all over the back of TK, and he has done a really good job here. And his tyres are going to be fresh. These 2 laps are going to be pivotal in this Grand Prix. I feel they will be. Look at this. And Umapro all over the back of TK at the moment. Oh my word, then we got 12 absolutely expert laps now. This is what we want to see. This is why ALR's back, isn't it? To give myself a heart attack, but also to watch these fine specimen of drivers that go head to head, wheel to wheel then. And what has absolutely been a thrilling Grand Prix so far. Only 2 retirements so far, and hats off to the drivers that kept going as well. It's a difficult race, this one is. AlphaTauri has smashed it in the first race of the season. They really aren't. 5-second Oh my goodness me, New Patel, the race leader, who the former champion of bronze has made a huge mistake in this race. He has got a 5-second penalty. He does have fresher tyres, and he's going to get out in front of the he's going to get out in front of the drivers, is he? I think he is, you know. Once they've all been battling through the traffic, this has been a beautiful stint now for New Patel, but he has a 5-second penalty. Is that going to be crucial? Jenner on the medium tyre as well. He's out in front then as a TK is now battling with Marski, Umabro, and look at this, Umabro takes second position. There's contact between the two rivals here into turn 1. Oh, magnificent, absolutely incredible stuff. The gap is 1.5 seconds. New Potato can now just pull away. He is on the he's on the hottest, fresher tyre. He is on the softer tyre. He has the track position. He has the tyre advantage. New Potato does. He does have a 5-second penalty though. That is one thing that could be crucial in this Grand Prix. Oh my goodness gracious me then, as Echo's got a 3-second penalty as well. The penalty's been quite premium so far in the round 1 of Bahrain, hasn't it? It's been really good stuff indeed from all the drivers. Absolutely expert stuff indeed. Let's take stock. We're on lap 18 out of 29 here. New Potato leads that. He's on the medium tyres. He's still firing those tyres up at the moment. The gap is still coming down, but when he gets those tyres into operating window, he will start to fly off, I think. Umabro in second position then. Third position is TK. Fourth is Marski. He's yet to stop. Same with Brooksy. He's yet to stop in 5th position. We've both done 17 lap on the hard tyres. 6th position is Jinner. He's got a penalty. We'll look at the penalty in just a jiffy, but he's on the medium tyres and he is going to be quicker than a hiccup, I'm sure of it. Jackson Reynolds has 17 laps on the medium tyres. My goodness gracious me, that's a great stint now from Jackson Reynolds. I wonder if he's going to try and go for the soft tyres towards the end, and he's got a couple more laps to do so. Same with Duncan Davis while in 8th position. Shatters in 9th and Williams in 10th position. 11th position is Vintage there. Echo Master is in at 12th and Sick as Muck 13th and Styles in 14th. Serious Mushroom 15th. Scooby Shoe 16th. Bullet 17th and Collins in 18th position. And breathe. Cody out of the race and Kaz out of the race as well. Into the pits comes Marski. Also into the pits is Brooks as well. Going on to the hard medium tyres now until the end of the race. And Brooksy out as well. These drivers are going to be quite quick. So there's going to be some pit. There's going to be some what am I saying? I don't know. There's going to be some qualifying laps now, isn't there, between those two drivers there? I mean, Price of Reynolds, great great strategies. Very much tippy toes. Duncan Dave's gone to the soft tyres. I think that those 10 laps might be a bit of a stretch there, but let's see how this one goes. Brooksy and Sick as Much in the action all the way through, and that is crucial for Brooksy. Oh, Brooksy almost spun the car, and it just shows how these cars are... Who's that? Brooksy's off the circuit there, and I was just looking at the comments there, and I'm not sure what happened there. I'm going to have to replay that one now, as we got yellow flags somewhere at the road as well, have we? But has Brooksy got damage? Has Brooksy got damage then? I'm not too sure. As goodness gracious me, did he touch the curb then? I think he did. Well, he went right off there, and I think he hit a bump when he went off the runoff area there, and that has cost him majorly. But Brooksy then, unfortunately, down in 13th position now. As Marski yet to stop far. No, good stuff. Marski has now stopped in at 10th position, and he will be on the quicker tyre at the moment. So New Potato needs to find 5 seconds over you, Matt Bro, in the last 10 laps. That he is on the medium tyre, of course. He does have the advantage at the moment. And TK, who is still, and look at that, and he's also got the fast of the race. And so that's the only blemish on New Potato's incredible start to this season so far. Is our price like a penalty? Oh my word there, goodness me. I gotta say, I should have gone back to the gym before doing the commentary again. My goodness me, action galore. Here's Echo. Echo then has got a pace advantage over Vintage down up into 8th position there, but Vintage is very much, you want Vintage in your team. He is a points collector, isn't he? Very much so. He gives the team points, doesn't he? Just here, there, and everywhere. Very good stuff for Vintage, and he is now in 9th position. Vintage is but he does. There's a couple of drivers in front of him and 10 laps to go with penalties. Vintage has not got a penalty yet. We don't know about his warnings, of course, but he hasn't got a penalty. And look at this, these two are just glued to each other, aren't they? Now Marski and Sick as Muck once again are going to be going head to head. Now gone from the hard to the medium tyre then. And these two have been providing absolutely incredible action. And William is now coming up to the back of, I think that's Shatters here. It is Shatters. Shatters has got younger tyres by a lap then. Of course, William lost a lot of time there because I think he was... And that's a Haas, and that's TK who's off the circle in turn 12 as he damaged the car. I don't think he has, but those tires are going to be screaming. William has got past Shadows, but Shadows is coming back at him then as well. There he is, and oh, good gosh there. But Shadows dropping down in some position. William up in the 6th. William there was near the top of the grid then, but unfortunately, we think him and Echo came the blows there, and he did wait for Echo, didn't he? So William doing a very good sportsmanship there. He's probably won sportsmanship of the year after that fantastic stuff indeed there for William, but he has lost an abundance amount of time, hasn't he? But he is coming back into this race. There's the opportunity to score some points at the moment now. Across the line he comes, and Shatters is all over the back. Then look in the background as well, it is Echo and Vintage, and oh my word there, Shatters has spotted a gap and he's having a sniff. No more though, as William there just keeping him at arm's length, and it's exactly what you're going to do. But there's another run, there's another DRS, and Jinner and Jackson is having a good old scrap here. Jinner's through, but Jackson, oh goodness me, and he's through, back passing. Goodness me, Reynolds with 20 lap medium tires has got a lot of purchase there, hasn't he? Goodness gracious me, that's absolutely fine stuff indeed. Jinner would like to go past at that stage of proceeding, so as he does have a penalty and wants to gap these drivers back. Then I love the helicopter shot, absolutely beautiful stuff indeed. That TK Spinners almost certainly condemned him of, well, I say condemned, that's probably a harsh word. It's almost certainly lost his second position battle. However, he may have to look over his shoulder there. Jinner also the medium tire as well, but Jinner's got to catch pass, and then I think he's got to gap him by 3 seconds. So if he wants to oh my goodness me, if he wants to keep that, go into third position there. Jinner though has got to get past Reynolds first then, who is doing an almighty job on those medium compound tyres there. I love these audacious strategies, they're absolutely fantastic, aren't they? And goodness me, Reynolds there is an audacious strategy, that's contact there between Jinner and Reynolds there. Jinner is going to be furious of that then. He's got an, goodness me, and of course that penalty as well, as tyres, he's got to corner those tyres out of it. Reynolds is not giving an inch there. I'm wonder if that might have been a day late and $1 short potentially there for Jinner there. But of course, good job I'm not a race steward, because that is why I don't get to call it, because usually I'm completely wrong. William moves in 5th position. Shadows not leaving William alone though, is he? Good pace here from Shadows. Of course, he's a super sub tonight. Shadows is, but it's great to see him back in ALR as well. As you can see, we've got a bit of weave in there. It's not too bad. Of course, one direction of changes. All this allowed that these two have been doing all kinds of crazy shenanigans all over the show here on lap 22, and he is through Sickers back, and this is the battle for the final points position at this moment in time. Marsky and Sickers back. I've absolutely enjoyed this battle. It's got a bit frosty at times. They've come together, I think, down at turn 8, or it seemed to have come together. We didn't see it on the broadcast as such, did we? But they did look a bit suspicious, didn't it? As both drivers were Status and Idol at the time. Status. I don't know. It's not status, is it? Status. I don't know. Whatever. They stopped. Anyway, then DRS said on the back straight. There's Brooks in the background. How has Brooksy not got damages beyond me? Because he did hit that wall quite aggressively. We got now William, who's catching on Reynolds. So William is going to be back up to a net 4th position there. So he does have pace, William does, but so he's going to be kicking himself for that instant between himself and Echo, which has cost him an abundance amount of time here. Reynolds there, I think he's definitely going to go soft, isn't he? Unless he's trying to get these tires together, but I'm sure he has to make a pit stop. Well, I could just check the graphics on. I will in just a jiffy, but here comes William up the... No, he isn't. I thought he was going up the inside there. So I was completely wrong on that one. But Reynolds there, 22 laps on the medium compound tires. I'm sure he's got to come in again, and he's trying to get to the soft tires here, but Reynolds is no easy pushover here, is he? As probably one of the best starts you'll ever see in ALR, albeit not as good as Becca's start in Abu Dhabi a couple of seasons ago, albeit she did jump the start. And we got to Reynolds, and he's, oh my goodness me, and Reynolds is just not yielding, is he? Of course, he's on tires which are well past their best, but he is having none of it, and he is, but I think he's going to be out dragged here by William, and there they go then. That is what he's been fighting with, but absolutely great stuff indeed there for... he's out of control there, and I thought he was going to the back of William there, but somehow he kept it out there. Oh my goodness gracious me. Yeah, Jackson Reynolds there, he's going to be needing to come in, I'm sure of it. Yes, he does need to come in the pits. Penalties at the moment. The gap is up to 4 seconds now, so New Potato still got to find an extra second in the final couple of laps. We've got 3 seconds for Echo, this man here. Jinner 3 seconds, and 3 seconds for Scooby Stew. Yeah, so Reynolds does need to come in the pits. I think he's going to come in the pits this lap or the next lap, isn't he? Because of course, he does need to come in the pits, doesn't he? Now, you have to use two types of tyres, and whether that's the medium or the softs or the mediums and the hards, he has to use one or the other, unless, of course, it's a wet track. And I don't think we're going to get rain, albeit it does rain 12 days a year in Bahrain, and I don't think we'll ever have that on race day, albeit they did have a sprinkle of the wet stuff, didn't we, in 2012? But it came and went quite quickly, really, almost as quick as my dietary. Right. We have got Echo's now up into 6th position there. Jackson dropping down to 7th. Vintage has got an opportunity as well to pass Reynolds and move himself up into 8th position. He has to do it quite quickly because look at the background. There's Vintage. He is looking. Oh my goodness me! And he's just Simon up the inside. Echo's seen that coming in. Look at this. Reynolds not giving him an inch there. Oh my goodness me! And it is getting very close. And I've got to say, he's doing a great job on those tyres that are absolutely well past their best. Oh my goodness me! There's going to be contact. There is contact. Vintage up the inside as well. Good heavens, my word, is getting this is absolutely incredible stuff here. And now we've got a 4-car battle. It's a party out there. New Potato's still got the gap. What, there's yellow flags in the background. What's happened? Oh no, it's Jenner off the circuit. Jenner's off the circuit. He's got a 3-second 5-second penalty. That's brutal. Echo's got past well. And that's a puncture. Yes, he's pushed the tyres far too far. And that's a spin as well there for Reynolds. But he got in 23 laps, which is more than I could, more than I ever would have thought he would have. But yeah, that puncture there, I think there was just one lap too much there for Reynolds there on his debut here in ALR. This is the first time that he's raced in ALR. And goodness me, he's definitely left the mark here tonight, hasn't he? But unfortunately, that punch is going to leave a mark on Reynolds as well. As look at that, then yes, he has a major puncture there, and that is such a shame though for Reynolds. I was enjoying that. That was fantastic. I don't think the drivers around him was enjoying it too much, though, was he? On board now with Vintage here. Vintage does not have a penalty here, so and of course that yellow flag is for Reynolds, who's dropping down to the back of the field then. As just on board now with Vintage go. So we got so Reynolds who's having issues at the back of the field, and once again we've got sick as muck in Marsky, who goodness gracious me, absolutely incredible battling between these two drivers here. They've just had a race long battle, really good 17th day. I think they have cost each other probably a lot of race time, but I hope they've enjoyed it. We've certainly enjoyed this battle. It's been great 17th. Brooks, you had a bit of a nightmare qualifying, is now in 11th position, potentially could steal a point here, couldn't they, if these two get a bit too close for comfort. They've already been a bit too close for comfort, haven't they, over the course of the Grand Prix, as oh goodness me, there once again and just giving him a shove out of turn 10, and into the pits comes Billet, and he's now on soft tyres, going for that fast lap. Of course, you get fastest lap, you get a point for fastest lap, of course, but get a point from fast lap as long as you finish the Grand Prix. Driver of the day is up then. New Potato, William or TK is your options there. Put your vote in then, ladies and gents. At the moment, New Potato needs to find another 3 tenths of a second in the last 4 laps to win this race. And of course, those hard medium tyres could be going to there in their life. And you Bro has an outside chance to win this one. That 5-second penalty could be brutally harsh on New Potato here, and New Bro could claim a Grand Prix win here. Oh my goodness gracious me then. So at the moment, we've got New Potato with 67% and William with 33% so far. We got some more slipstream, some more drag reduction action then. Marsky on the outside here, is sick as muck then. Some sick as muck there, just keeping up the inside. And Brooksy also having a sniff as well. Look at that, he's had great traction here, hasn't he? But it just feels like the same old story between these drivers at the moment. Absolutely incredible stuff indeed there. On the outside for Marsky, sick as muck on the inside. Sick as muck does not like to give an inch on this outside here, and once again he's doing the same, but Marsky is coming at him then, and look at this, he's going to hang out here. I'm going to close my eyes because that's going to be a contact surely. He's had to pull out there, and Brooksy, he's let Brooksy go through and up into 10th position now, and Brooksy, Marsky's going to be furious with that one, isn't he? I'm wondering if he should have potentially dropped back slightly in that one there, but of course you can't do that as a driver, can you? There, you got to keep going for it as much as you can. Apologies, I'll read out the comments in just a jiffy, but we can't do that yet because Jenner's got past Vintage. I think he has done indeed that, but Vintage is on course to go up to 6th position here with Echo and Jenner having penalties at the moment, and New Potato now leads the race and by 72 hundredths of a second. And a yellow flag in sector 1. We got Collins off the circuit. Collins is off of that pesky turn 3 there. Not been a very good turn that has been for ALR drivers this week. William has got joint driver today with William and New Potato so far. Thinks that William should get driver today, and I think that's because of his Fair Play Award. That's very good stuff indeed. Then 4 weeks of no F1. Dynamo Dan is saying, I am back next week. I'm back as I am back off holiday. Reynolds proven you can go to the end of medium tyres in the ALR Gold race. I am disappointed. How the hell did he took those tyres 25 laps is beyond me. Tango saying that was an incredible stint, wasn't it? For Jackson Reynolds, he's definitely made his mark on his debut, so hasn't he? Fantastic. Lap 27 then. The gap is now 3/10 seconds between New Madbro and New Potato. New Potato's now got 3 laps and he has done what he needs to do. He needs to maintain that gap to get his 4th Grand Prix win of his career in ALR Bronze. And of course, he is a former champion, is he, as well. So this is good stuff indeed there for Potato. You could say it's looking gold, or should I say it's looking bronze? And oh, I've knocked my headset off. Oh gosh, excuse me. That's better. New Potato 4/10 a second from Zimbabwe in second position. TK is in 13 seconds back, and he made that mistake, and he's just been on his lonesome since then, hasn't he? Since Marsky has been overtaken by Brooksy. Brooksy has not really been all over the back of Sick as Muck, has he? Sick as Muck has actually pulled away here as Brooksy's struggling to keep up with the Mercedes driver. He's now starting to just pull away and just disappear into the distance for Marsky. Sorry, for Sick as Muck. So Marsky's going to be a bit disappointed with that then. Second to last lap of the Grand Prix. And look, you mad bros now really putting in the qualifying laps now. It is very much fluctuated between a 10th of a second and 0.7 tenths of a second. Absolutely incredible stuff between the top two. And of course, it's yo-yoing around. That 5-second pair for New Potato has made it a bit more, has made it harder work than what it possibly could have been and should have been. Yellow flag is when the Alfa Romeos is having issues then, and it is, I think it's Collins who's really struggling on this final stint. Then Collins is this is his first race back in a while for Collins, so we was expecting some struggles there for the Alfa Romeo driver, but good stint in good stuff indeed there to keep himself in this run. So 28 out of 29 here on the second to last lap of this incredible Bahrain event. And of course, we've had some incredible racing, gold, silver, and bronze as well now. Jinner is off the circuit. Oh no! And that's Jinner's chance of points has gone up in smoke, unfortunately. And that is such a shame for Jinner. I think that he probably could have and should have. Could he have gotten 4-4, maybe even a podium stake potentially for Jinner? But it's just not been his day. Alpine will be off the mark though with William if he can keep 4th position there for William. So we've now got all 10 teams in LR has scored for the joint constructors then, so they're going to be happy with that. Styles in 12th position, good stuff indeed there for Styles. Serious Musher in 13th position. He possibly could have and should have been a bit higher up there if he didn't have that innocuous spin earlier on in this race. 18 cars remain then out of the 20 that started in this one. Potato's got a 5-second penalty. Yes, he has indeed. That New Potato has, and the gap is 3/10 of a second at the moment. There's a McLaren who's touring now. Scooby Stew, who's I think he's gone to the beach. No, he's back on circuit now. So Scooby Stew there knows I think had a bit of a spin then. In the back of the field, Jackson also having a spin as well. Maybe he's doing some donuts. I'm not too sure. I think he was trying. Brooksy, who's sick. Brooksy, it's got back. Oh goodness me, they're nerfing each other, and this is getting very. Oh my goodness, argy here. Wow, and getting your elbows out there. Goodness gracious me. And now the Seekers back. Oh, he's out of control. Oh, and Marsky and Seekers back come to blows. Oh, goodness gracious me. The yellow flag then, 5-second penalty for corner cutting there for Jackson Reynolds there. But yes, that was getting it was getting very interesting towards the end as well. But here is New Potato. He's gone 8/10 of a second gap then, and out of the final turn, New Potato is going to claim his 4th Grand Prix win of his career in bronze out of the final corner, and the season 1 champion wins round 1 here in Bahrain. A magnificent performance there for New Potato, going for the alternative strategy. Was very much the winning strategy here today. 7/10 second between himself and Umadbro, and one of the traffic cost Umadbro. I think it certainly cost TK today potentially, who's in 3rd position then. What an incredible race that was indeed then. Wow, yeah, that was a good one, that was, wasn't it? Oh my word. Bronze, ALR, Gold, Silver, and Bronze has come back with a vengeance, hasn't here this weekend? Nope, this week, I should say. What an incredible race it was. And TK, very disappointed that race, and of course he did spin. But I'm wondering then if the it's got some shenanigans on the back. I think this is Styles who had an issue at the final turn then, and that's unfortunately lost a couple of positions there, but he still finishes track fair, Jenner down in 13th position there, bit harsh. So Serious Motion just outside the points as well in 11th position, then Duncan Dave in on 11 lap post soft tires. That was a pretty good stint there, wasn't it? For Duncan Dave, and goodness gracious me, I haven't seen the hard tires go that long then. Yeah, New Potato and William was joint driver of the day then, with 37% of the vote, and TK on 25% as well. The top three in the race was very impressive indeed. And William now also getting a sportsman driver of the day. It's good to speak, but Billet saying, I'm so disappointed because my speed is good, but pace bad again. Spin. GG all them for 50-second race. A good race in bronze, and with a lovely dab as well. Fourth Grand Prix win of his career for New Potato in bronze. Bronze is definitely his home, isn't it? Can he become the first ever 2 times bronze world champion? Well, I'm not going to answer that question because we've got 23 rounds to go. We're not going to find out until the end of the season, which I think is at Abu Dhabi, isn't it? And there he is. He is going to be overjoyed with that result, isn't he? And why shouldn't he be? I think the top four today, I reckon, are going to be the top four fighting for the championship. This is going to be an absolute almighty clash of the Titans, isn't it? Between these four drivers, and of course with Echo and Jenner as well, which is going to definitely be definitely be involved in the contest here or there somewhere. I think you can't count out anyone, but I'm sure that the top four drivers in today's race are going to be the top four fighting for the championship as well. Let's take a final look at the classification and from an incredible duel in the desert here in Bahrain. What a perfect way to start off the bronze world championship then. And here it is. Yes, you do get fastest up if you do get a point for fastest up then. And so it is New Potato then who won that race from pole position there, but it was anything but a straightforward race, wasn't it? Second position was you mad bro with TK in third position now. Fourth position was William, then of course Sportsman Day of the Year after Sportsman Day after he waited for Echo then, but I think William could have been definitely involved then. Shatters, great drive to fifth. Echo in sixth position then. Vintage in seventh. Brooksy eighth. I think Brooksy went on the radar there. Good end there for Brooksy to get himself 4 points. Marsky in ninth and Sigismund in 10th position. Now I think that both those drivers cost themselves valuable points there, but what an incredible battle they treated us to was brilliant. Serious Mushroom 2 in 11th position, 12th position as Stars, he ran out of fuel. Jenner in 13th position, Duncan Dave in 14th, Scooby Stew 15th, Billet in 16th position, gets that point as well. 17th position was Collins, 18th position was Jackson with one of those audacious strategies you'll ever see in 18th position. Cody and Kaz retired from the Bahrain Grand Prix, and let's talk to New Potato, who was our Grand Prix winner today. Well, Potato, you started on the alternative strategy there, and it did work out in the end. Was you concerned about the safety car, though?
I was, Sean, to be honest, but I sort of just kept my head down and hoped that there wouldn't be one. And then I got the stupid 5-second penalty getting under the pits. And that just sort of put me back up a bit. I was watching TK and you mad had an incredible pace. I was just trying to get away from them two. So, but it wasn't too bad. I enjoyed it. That's the main thing.
My goodness me, you definitely had all your fans on the edge of their seats there with that 5-second penalty. It looks like it was speeding the pit lane. Then, as you said, it was a silly penalty to get. Then, did you feel that the race would have been gone? Was gone by at that point?
I did, to be honest. Whenever I seen the one that come out, I think it was just over a second in front of TK and UMAD. I was like, Jesus, he's going to get me. But thankfully I got away and I sort of tried to get the gap, but UMAD held on the last 5 laps, and I seen it they started to pull a wee bit of a gap each lap. Just kept pushing.
And I was saying that bronze is your home by the sounds of it. This is your fourth Grand Prix win in bronze, and of course this is where you was the first ever bronze champion as well. And I have a feeling that I may be wrong, and I no disrespect to the other 16 drivers there, but you, Manbro, TK, and William, it seems like the you four are going to be very much going tooth for nail for this championship this season.
I look forward to it. Hopefully, I get the complete race, and not like last time I was in silver. I kept crashing out, and so I'll just take a race by race. As long as there's a good battle, I don't mind.
Indeed, and I did want to mention the issue in Bahrain. Last time I commentated on your race in Bahrain, but I did actually. So shame on me, shame on me. But congratulations, they knew that was a brilliant drive from pole position to checker flag. Absolutely superb stuff. Well done, my good man. Let's come to you, Mad Bro. Finished second today, and goodness me, when you seen New Potato get that 5-second penalty, did you think that this race was back on? Then you certainly was giving it full beans towards the end there.
Yeah, my first thought was it surely was getting removed because I didn't know which penalty it was. But yeah, I tried to keep with him, but I had to look after my tires too. And in the end, I just lacked the pace a bit. But I'm still very happy with P2.
He went on the alternative strategy, New Potato. Did he start on the hard tires? Did that cross your mind, or did you think that the medium to hard tire was the better strategy?
You know, it's always hard to predict, especially with safety cars coming in the end. One safety car and your strategy is in the trash. So for me, I really wanted to start on the mediums, but yeah, mediums were far better today than the hards. I noticed that on my first stint, and yeah, in the end it was a little bit too short of a lifespan to do anything.
And of course, we got 23 races to go in this season. I just said that I think it's going to be you guys battling for the championship arc in the top four today. How much are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I'm really happy to be back in ALR again, and I really enjoy racing in this league. So I'm looking forward to this season and hopefully a tight championship battle with 4, maybe 5 people.
Oh, it's going to be epic. Well done indeed today, you man, bro. Fantastic stuff. And TK finished third. TK, was you hoping to get New Potato down to turn 1, starting on those medium tyres?
Oh, man. I'm having flashbacks of silver, man. I don't know. I saw you mad coming, so I knew like he was going to be on cold tires, so I tried to brake early to be able to cross him over, and I just braked too late. But I don't know. I binned it. I could have held like with you mad, bro. I was trying to save ERS, and then I just spun out, and that was kind of the end of it. I just tried to maintain and not spin out again.
Yeah, was it around turn 11 or 12? I think we caught just the end of it there. It's a very this track is very slippery and catches out. We catch you very unaware then. So, but it does happen to the best of us. But of course, overall, you did finish on the podium. Say that's 15 valuable points there for your championship campaign. Did you feel, in terms of strategy today? Of course, I think you came in a couple of laps before you, mad bro. Was you concerned about the undercut?
No, not really. My tires were just kind of shot. Like, I just didn't have any grip left in the front, so I was really plowing through the corners. And then, like, I don't know, I think I had pretty good pace that whole first stint, like, until right at the end there, and I saw Potato started catching me, and I didn't want to let him get in DRS. That's why I pit. I don't know, I just feel like I could have hung with him and, you know, made it a race, but obviously that didn't happen.
But we do go on to Saudi Arabia in a week's time, guys, and I cannot wait to see you guys going head-to-head again. Fantastic stuff indeed, then. And what a race that was, then. Goodness gracious me. It's not the end for ALR, because, of course, tomorrow night we've got the 100% distance. Of course, it is the Master Chief that is going to be going you through the action tomorrow. It is going to be Alex Knowlesy. I'm talking you through 100%. There's going to be some old faces, some new faces driving in that league. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be absolutely mega stuff indeed. I think it is around Brazil, so I think there's 72 odd laps around there, so enjoy yourselves, guys.